Chikaris. Still Chikaris. Chikaris is blocked by Leach.
Self-inflicted wound there from Kentucky. Ty Linda saying that Sikorsky, no, I have this 1v1 goal, nearly cost a very dangerous opportunity for her team.
McCloskey still inviting. Chikaris. Kai Chikaris into the box. Truitt dealt with it. Loretto is going to send that wide.
What a touch on that.
Yeah, that was not bad. Just off the foot of time. All right, Oklahoma is here. The Sooners about to take on Mississippi State. Well, it's Matt Mott's first tournament as a Sooner. Looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, we're so excited to get Oklahoma to the SEC tournament, and being here is just super special. It's great to be back, and first time we've ever been here, which is pretty cool. But you know, this team has just battled all year, and I think we've gotten better as each game's gone on, and certainly excited to compete in this tournament.
And we're excited to have Matt Mott. We talk about those SEC coaches. He's a special part of them. He's only one of 16.
Are you upset he hasn't asked you to be on this podcast yet?
I am not. I don't know what I would ask on this podcast. The types of coaches and soccer minds that he has.
You give everybody a behind-the-scenes look at like what really happened.
That is true. I could do that.
There you go.
That would be about
I'm trying to
all I could
sell
do.
it for you.
What about you?
Oh, no.
No interest.
I would get myself in trouble. I would get myself in trouble.
Isn't that the point of the podcast?
I have to do this, and then, you know, I would probably give some unfiltered opinions on that, and here we are.
So this is why you don't have
You
a
have to
talk
be
show.
professional. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Probably for the best. Where's this goal coming from for Florida?
It's gonna have to start. It needs to start central, because the thing with Kentucky is they are disciplined defensively, and so most of the time they're not gonna over pursue, and they're gonna keep their shape compact. So if you're Florida, you have to allow them to kind of consolidate all of that space centrally so that it opens up those wide channels, because Florida has some very dangerous players in the wide areas going 1v1, getting service across, but it's going to have to start with a little more ball control from their midfielders centrally.
Turned into a very scrappy match, and a late challenge in from Rapp.
33 combined fouls the last time these two teams met. That's a lot of fouls. Season highs for both.
Kentucky's going to get its second booking.
Go switch with Cat! Go switch with Cat!
Two teams playing to a 1-1 draw last time they saw each other.
Kendall, get in front of that with my feet! My feet, get in front of her! Kendall, grab! That's fine!
Boyton just trying to find it against Chikaris. Comes away with it. Morisi splitting Leach. Pena was there the entire way. Good goalkeeping there. Good
Very well read, yeah.
Troy Fabiano wants an explanation. Seems to maybe come to an understanding there with DDTU. There he is. Fink. Barnes is there, another whistle. Much to the dismay of Fink this time.
Well, Kentucky's going to be fine with this, right? The stop-and-go rhythm, it's going to favor them with a one-goal lead and a team who doesn't mind playing in some disruptive style football. Florida, a team who likes to play with rhythm. They like to build through the thirds and combine and have a bit of momentum going their way when they attack. All of this stop-and-go is definitely going to favor Kentucky as the game gets late.
So far, 23 combined fouls for both of these teams, and counting. We're not there yet. Madison Jones going to get some run here. She's come off the bench in 7 of the last 8 matches. Playing against her former team. She started at Kentucky. Came in before her sophomore year, now a redshirt junior for Samantha Bohan. That's whittling free. On for Leach. Or rather, Fink. Fink bolting forward. Tried to get around Gemma and slipped. That's over the top. Brings Gators fans to their feet here in Pensacola. Picking out Sindelar.
Not a bad prep touch, and not a bad look. Sindelar can absolutely hit from that. Good little combination play. Again, central spaces to the wide channels. Find that service back across the face. And here we go. Love that recognition. Just a ball over the top. Attracts 2 Kentucky defenders. Time and space on it. Picks out the delayed run to Sindelar. Love that prep touch, and she just pulls it. This is where it's got to start clicking for Florida that this is more than just about staying in the SEC tournament. It's about keeping your season alive for 2025.
Tanner, you gotta help her early. Tanner, early.
Florida's 500 right now, 6-6-5. And if they don't win or draw, they can potentially draw, but they lose, season's over. They're below 500. You are not allowed to make the NCAA tournament unless you are 500 or above. And of course, the change in getting rid of overtime a couple of years ago has had a lot to do with all of that. Messed up the resumes a little bit. Hit it, Kemp. Line over the head of Jones.
Good release.
Wide. And Bailey taking everyone on. Brings a corner. First quarter of the match now for the Gators. Jones is going to be on the distribution end. Right into Thailand.
Service has to be better there.
21 minutes remaining potentially in Florida's season. Regardless of the results here today, Gators are getting closer. Last year they weren't even here. And they certainly didn't have a chance at an NCAA tournament bid. And they are in the thick of it. They need some results at the end of the year, but to even have a chance, you know, it's a nice progression, I would say, for this Gators program. Gemma. Leach.
That's really well done from Kentucky.
Look at her. Strickland. Barnes didn't get it, but you're right.
Barnes has been great.
Certainly
as well.
did. Sky Barnes has played every minute in the last 9 games. Might be 10. Started every game and won just against Towson, but scored her first collegiate goal in that game, so go figure.
Where's it coming out?
Georgia waits. Going to be a rematch with Florida or a rematch with Kentucky, though, for Kentucky McAlpine's Bulldogs.
These last 20 minutes, I really want to see Addie Hess start challenging the center backs of Kentucky more. I don't think that she's challenged them quite enough with her movement in terms of forcing one to step out of that comfort zone of their four-back. I think she needs to be just a little bit more dynamic with the way that she moves them around. And then it's got to be recognition from Megan Hinnenkamp, from Lena Bailey, to understand where that vacancy is. It's just been a little stagnant for Florida above the ball.
Talking to us at halftime, Samantha Bohan saying she made a tactical change going to 4-2-3-1. Has really been able to threaten Megan Holland too much, though, and certainly not in the last third. Any sort of build-up here from Florida. We've seen, I mean, Sindelar had an opportunity, but really not much in it. Nothing that was going to be that difficult. All right, well, Mississippi State taking on Oklahoma. To head coach Nick Zimmerman wanted to know, you know, their 2024 success. People want to try to draw parallels, but it's a completely different team. So what's been his message to them as they begin the new chapter this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times, right, when you have success from the previous year, it's easy to assume that it's just going to happen again. And obviously with a new group, with a young group, a lot of turnover and a lot of new faces, you know, we want to be our own group, right? This is a new chapter for us. It's a new journey. And, you know, our identity is one that we want to dominate the ball. We want to press high up the field, and we want to work really, really hard for each other. So, you know, this group's worked incredibly hard. You know, they've earned this opportunity tonight to play against a very good Oklahoma team, and we're looking forward to getting out there and getting after it.
Allie Perry in the SEC tournament is good enough reason to tune in for that. Hey, cannot wait to see what the SEC midfielder of the year is going to be capable of as they take on an Oklahoma team that is here for the first time ever. That's coming up when we are done, and that's the 8-9. So 8-9 is always going to be fireworks.
Oklahoma's gritty too, man. I mean, Nick Zimmerman said it, a very good Oklahoma team. They can execute specific game plans with the best of them under Matt Mott. We have seen Oklahoma man-mark the quote-unquote heroes of each team, right? A Katie Shea Collins. Wonder if we will see a little bit of man-marking to throw Allie Perry off her game.
Bailey. Lena Bailey. Good defensive work that time. Korsky was on it. Klosky. Got McClurlin, found her tracking back. Now Barnes. A quarter hour remaining. Separating Kentucky from a hard-earned first round win over the Gators.
That's that predictability factor we talked about with Tanner Strickland. Her playing in a little bit more of a central role at times. She allows predictability by her defensive pressure. The players behind her know exactly what the opposition is going to be doing, but that's a really nice switch of point for Florida.
The 2025 SEC Soccer Tournament on the SEC Network is presented by Allstate. You're in good hands. Now the Gators will have their second corner kick of the match coming up in this. When we have a little bit of individual magic, a little fight in front of goal. Kai Chakiris and Katie Johnston, two excellent freshmen, part of that new core here for Samantha Bohan, checking in, trying to make the difference. Immediately, Johnston is going to go to work on this corner kick. Leach got to it first. Bailey threw it. She has no issues dealing with it. Hopeful, but nothing of that back post. Megan Holland holding up, looking for back-to-back clean sheets. And the best she can do at this point is just to give Troy Fabiano a decision to make with how well Khadijah Cisse had been playing in goal, and then she goes on international duty, playing in the U17 World Cup for Canada and Morocco. Holland's been very good.
Oh, no doubt
So
about it.
he's going to have a decision.
That's a wonderful, that's what you hope as a head coach, right? You want your players to perform when given the opportunity, so that making a starting 11 is a very difficult thing, the most difficult part of your week. And Megan Holland, now Troy Fabiano has to say, all right, well, do I go with the hot hand, the one who's been in this recent stretch of form with us, or do I go with who I thought originally was going to be my number one for the entirety of the season? Do I continue to put that confidence and that belief behind Khadijah Cisse? The wonderful part is that he said both of them are so supportive of each other, and they are competitive in training, and it's something where they know as each get better, it's only going to help them individually, it's only going to help their team.
The most difficult place to start. There's only one. Got a few midfielders, few forwards, defenders, one goalkeeper. So you got to win that job. You got to be the only one to win that job. Thailinda. Campbell. Can't keep it in. So far, no shots on goal in this one for Florida. They only have 7 shots, actually more than Kentucky, though they have 2 on free. One of them by Rapp in the back of the net. And that's our difference. We saw the goal in the 11th minute.
She wants the dribble, Grace!
Gators have been chasing ever since. Chakiris is a handful.
Oh, man.
Chakiris to the byline. Kai Chakiris goes down and gives it up to Barreto. McClure. Now Sindelar over the top. Looking for the run of Hess. Bailey's there as well. Tess. Flag stays down.
If you're Florida, this ball has to go to the left-hand side. Lena Bailey is a handful in her own right. Kai Chakiris, I am not sure there is any better 1v1 specialist on this Florida team. I think you have to just keep feeding her, keep putting her in those situations.
Well, we talk about Samantha Bohan being so good tactically, seeing a weakness there, pushing Chakiris out into the wing where she can just get on the ball and try to make something happen, because she wasn't really being allowed to do that when she was in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, Kentucky was really doing a nice job at taking her out of this game with kind of their physical play, with how much they clog the central channels, and so Samantha Bohan just pulls her out to a little island on her own. Now the goal is for the other players on the field to recognize this is the matchup we're trying to exploit. We've got to get her the ball, especially with only 10.5 5 minutes to play. But her ability to explode after she makes, you saw that scissor move, that little step over, and then the explosion in the space, that's what makes her special.
Thinking for Campbell maybe to finish this game out. She's in good form. Scored her first goal of the season last game at Texas A&M. An important win, especially looking back on it for Kentucky. Because if they don't get that win, their RPI drops way below 55, and they probably don't have the same hope of reaching the NCAA tournament that they did entering this tournament.
Addie, you take your shot. You go out. So come higher, higher.
The Troy Fabiano show down there. I greatly enjoy hearing the instructions and what he's communicating to his team. Troy with a really nice coaching career going all the way back to Division II Wisconsin Parkside, and then previous